Rumsfeld has been a superb
There's
leader
fucking
during
rappers
a time
sitting
of change.
outside. Come on in, Rapp.
Yet he
Hey,
also
Rapp.
appreciates-
Holy shit.
Come on in, Rapp.
Buddy!
Hey, what do you say,
What do you
my
say,
man?
bro?
Good to see you,
Been
pal.
forever.
How you
Yes, it
doing?
has. I guess all right. I just been treated like a terrorist, but it was good.
What happened? Trying to get in
Tight
here?
security out there, brother. Good to see, though. Good to see.
Dave, come and get me if somebody shows up at the door. How long did it take you to get in?
Just 20, 25 minutes. No big deal. They just wanted to make sure you were safe.
You don't have any liquids on you or anything that needed to be checked at the gate.
The funny thing, all you got to do is wait another 15 minutes and then you can walk right in. How long did it take you today, Sheepy?
Oh, I got right in. He learned his lesson.
Good one, Sheep.
Rapper, what are you doing, man?
Just took a ride up to see you, pal.
Good to
Nothing
see
else
you, man.
going on.
You're in North Jersey still?
Yep, still in North Jersey.
Nice.
Not much of a drive.
Still a slumlord?
Still a slumlord.
Good news.
Business is booming.
You just missed my brother was just here.
Yesterday, I think I heard you talking about
Was it yesterday? I cannot
Monday.
keep up this fucking week. I guess he left yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, came in Monday, left yesterday on a fly. He was just back in the old hood, and everybody's still there. He came up with something of everybody was still together and has never moved.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty much that way. I get over that way from time to time. It's like, the names have changed, but the faces are still the same.
Well, it's good to see you, bro.
You too.
Here's Mark. Mark, you're on our Ron and Rap show. How are you, pal?
Yes.
I mean my dream show, Ron and Rap. Do we got you, Mark? You got the board back up the way it's supposed to be?
Yes.
So we don't have you, Mark. Let me try this one. Ed, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing? I got two things. First, Fezzy should wear defibrillator pads around on his chest all the time and carry the unit around. So this way, if he ever goes down, you just run up and press the button.
And Fezzy, have you ever bought one of those portable defibrillators?
I have not done that.
Yeah. Fezzy, Rap, since the last time we saw you, Fez had a heart attack, and Friday is his 1-year anniversary.
Oh, I'm well aware of that, Ronnie. I listen to the show just about every day, and I'm getting tired of them whining, to be honest with you. I had some major heart problems right around the same time.
What happened with you, bro?
I had an enlarged heart.
Oh, yeah.
Very serious problem, but, I got over it and I moved on.
You had heart problems in fucking high school. His fucking nose used to explode.
Well, yeah, I got this one from a confrontation with my neighbor. My blood pressure was pretty well smoking.
You're fighting a neighbor?
Yeah, it came down to that, and I was afraid I was going to kill him and go back to prison. So,
let me guess. Did you do it the Rappacelli way where you hit him with a big pick?
Ronnie, you would have been proud of me, brother. I'm going to tell you, I went, and I'm ashamed to say it, I went the law and order route.
Really?
Had them call the police, had them come, had them take care of it. It was the worst move of my life.
The police didn't come and pick you up?
No, they took everything, and it was all his fault. Right? So somebody tells him to go and file charges against me at the same time. So, we get in front of the judge, and then, they pretty much didn't want to be bothered with it.
Yeah, it's a problem in front of the judge.
And I'm trying to tell the DA, we've had a little bit of a history in my family with this, where somebody could end up really getting hurt. They didn't want to hear it.
Yeah. His brother was a neighbor of another friend of ours. They had what was the argument about?
Well, Danny was trying to screw his wife.
Well, whatever. The thing is this, it was, so his brother hits him in the ass with this giant fucking pick. How bad did it hurt him?
He was in intensive care for 2 weeks and then a nursing home for 30 days.
But it was like a big thing, like you're going to dig a fucking hole with. Big fucking pickaxe.
Big one.
Fucking hit him in the back with it.
In the ass.
Right in the ass?
1 more inch, it would have cut his jugular. He would have bled out there on the driveway.
Yeah, you can lose a lot of blood at your ass.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
You would know that more than anyone does. You're the fucking finally place where you can put on I'm the fucking pro thing. No doubt about it. But that all got straightened out. Everybody's friends again.
Well, Danny's dead.
Well,
so
what are you going to do?
It's hard not to be friends now.
Yeah, sure. Well, everybody goes to the same heaven. That's my fucking feeling about it.
Pick heaven.
Yeah. And we'll all fucking meet up there and we'll fucking really work it out. Just fucking swinging it. This way, when we fight, we can have wings.
There you go.
You're wearing thicker glasses than the last time I saw you.
Yes, I am, brother. We ain't getting any younger.
You losing some sight?
Yeah, I'm falling apart, man.
Good.
Falling apart.
Well, I mean, you were literally falling apart as a kid. So
I was, right.
Nothing, again.
Haven't taken the best care of myself. I keep trying to
No
tell
one
the
did.
doctor.
I never thought. I figured 21 tops is how long I needed my body. So when I hit the 30 thing, I went, whoa, when do I retire? After that, it's all fucking, who knows. But literally, and I was talking with my brother about this. We would be like 18, 19, and people would be walking with canes. You had fucking dissolved your body. And my uncle died of, cirrhosis of the liver and all, as a really old man. At like age 33, 34, 35, I went back to put it together. But at the time, we're like, hey, he had a fucking wild life, partied his ass off. We were thinking he got the full run out of it at 34, 35, because he really was elderly by the time he died.
Well, we've probably buried, 20, 25 friends easily. Easily. And all from not taking care of themselves.
Well, and bullets were fucking, one of the other things, bullets were a problem. And the inability to wake up after a night of partying.
That'll do it. That almost happened to me. Remember up the mountains?
Yeah.
You and Wardy were by my side taking me to see that Oriental doctor. I'll never forget it.
And
no party no more. No party no more.
It's so fucking bad because, we went up to this place. We rented out, we had these fucking broads with us. We had every known substance known to man. Everybody's having a fucking great time in and out of these fucking bedrooms with these chicks. Everything's great. All of a sudden, there's fucking Rapp. He's just literally bleeding out.
On the toilet, remember?
Yeah.
You said it was like Elvis.
Yeah, just fucking, the blood is gushing from his nose, everywhere else. So we take him over. We're like, well, he's a fucking dead man. We take him to the fucking hospital. No sooner do they go, they fucking get his heart re-going. And again, what are we, 20, 19 years old?
Tops,
not old enough to even fucking drink. And we're already 6, 7 years into this fucking run. 6, 7 years into a bad fucking run of, going, I haven't slept during high school. Really fucking wired. As soon as we know we got his heart fucking stabilized again, we're going, let's get out of here without paying. Let's fucking, the man who just saved your life, let's beat him. And then, literally, while they're working on Rapp, trying to, calm his fucking rabbit heart down, everybody else is looking for pills. Just fucking
going through my dope.
Yeah. Yours, the hospitals, everything. And, the doctor's like, what have you guys been doing? And, you try, at that point, you got to fucking turn on. So you're like, cocaine, yeah. Methamphetamine, yeah. Angel dust. The guy's like, is there a fucking box I can't hit here?
Just all of the above.
Yeah. And it's been, like you said, a fucking long run. But, then later you suffer. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Right. You want to sit at the cold table in high school? You're not going to be sitting around. You're not going to go to the old folks' home. You get to go one way or the other.
There you go.
Well, this has got to piss you off, as Rapper. I know that you're fucking right wing as hell.
Oh yeah. That could impact my income here.
Yeah. Rapp has how many?
22 ghetto homes.
22 ghetto homes he owns right now. Now, if we were playing Monopoly, Rapp would have all his houses on those first purple fucking streets. Yeah, he has those. So he owns these homes that you're pretty afraid to go collect the rent on. You have to fucking say to yourself, well, I'm either going to get the rent or I'm going to get killed on the way there today. Have you ever had any problems with that, Rapp?
Oh, yeah, I've been mugged once.
Yeah.
2 big guys, and that was about it.
But generally, do they send your, does the government send you checks, or how's
government
that work?
sends me a sum, and then some I go and I pick up on my own.
Yeah.
They're the dangerous ones.
Now, here's the thing. Some of these people that are impoverished, Rapp will throw them out if they're late. You know what I mean? Like, families, doesn't matter to him.
How late do they have to be before they're gone, Rapper?
1 week. One
week
I
and
need
they're
that
out.
money.
Yeah.
They got no chance of catching up. Where are they going to pull the money from?
So why not put them out in the street where they belong?
Amen.
No, I was trying to be sarcastic.
No.
I wasn't fucking, setting you up for an easy slam. Fez, doesn't matter. A snowstorm, They're nursing babies.
Elderly?
We have a potential baby nursing going to be evicted any day now. She keeps saying she'd be sending the rent, but I don't be getting it, so she's going to be parting company with us.
I'm sure not all of them talk that way. I'm sure not all of them.
90%. 90%. It's a different culture.
The other thing is, Rapp is a guy I've known for a long, long time, but Rapp is an inventor. He invented something in that business, and that is carpeting. Every home has to come with carpeting, right?
Yes.
Rapp came up with a brand new invention. I'll go ahead and tell people what that is.
Painted in carpeting.
Painted in carpeting. So what he does is paint the floors, and then do you call it carpeting or?
Well, I've turned to calling it an alternative flooring source to get with the times.
Right.
Everybody else is doing that, so I had to give it a positive spin.
I heard the president call for that today. Alternative flooring sources.
Now you're all settled down. You have family now.
Nice family, a 4 and a 6-year-old.
They know anything about Daddy's past?
Oh, well, not about the past. They know Daddy's a slumlord.
Right.
They call them the brown people when Daddy takes them over to pick rent up.
Hey, that's a nicer name than your dad gave you to call him. I know that for a fact.
There is progress.
It certainly is.
So they know that this is going to be all theirs one day.
Yeah, they do know that.
The fact that any of those houses still stand up is amazing to me.
I call them the Menendez sisters. I say once the empire gets big enough, one of them's going to put one in me, which I don't doubt.
But that's good. The fucking long shot thing, Fezzy, is that he goes to his wild years, and now he's got a nice wife, he's got kids. You can turn things around.
Yeah,
that's the point here.
You got a thriving business?
Thriving business. They're multiplying like rabbits, Fez.
Well, as long as... Wow, just terrible. But as long as there's poor people, Rapp will be there to separate them from their money.
That's good when you find your calling like that. You know what you want to do with your life. You know what you're supposed to do.
The funny thing is he's basically taken PCP and traded it for fucking slum homes, and he has almost the same customer base.
And Ronnie, you forget about my star tenant, the now famous Don Vito Margera.
Oh, yeah, Don Vito was...
Remember the Florida days.
And then you and him had a big falling out, right?
Well, we did. You see, he was messing up the whole mojo of the building.
Right.
Yeah, he was the one guy with the cable. After that, he was supposed to let everybody else tap in.
Right.
He wouldn't do it,
Now, why wouldn't he share cable?
He's just ignorant, man.
Right.
You got it. Yeah, look, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Right.
Plus, the thing of it was, they thought the building was turning white. I must have lost 5-6 good tenants.
So it's really bad when welfare people don't feel good, like that Don Vito has brought down the building a little bit.
Those mean signs, go back to Europe.
Didn't you and him get caught up in some insurance thing, too, where there was a problem?
There was the insurance thing.
What happened there?
Well, I was in an accident in his van.
Right.
And he drags me to this lawyer, talks me into suing and everything.
Right.
Well, here it ended up being determined that it was his fault. So I end up suing. Well, it actually wasn't even his insurance. It was his brother Phil's insurance.
Right.
And he feels like he should get like a percentage of the take. And I'm like, fuck you, man. Take my band back,
All right, how much money did you get?
I got $25,000.
And how much did he want?
He wanted like 20%.
Really?
I thought, fuck you. You ain't getting it.
But now you'd be part of his posse, and you'd be going from skate park to skate park, grabbing itty bitty titty and just enjoying yourself.
Yeah. Well,
have you talked to him since for a while? Or?
Have not talked to him, and I guess, he's monitoring his phone calls now. Somebody told me Bill Churchman, an old buddy of ours, trying to get a hold of him. Vincey would not take his phone call.
Well, what are you going to do? I got emails from church, too. I didn't fucking answer.
Poor Church.
No, Church is like 6'6".
Oh, okay.
And he is... much like Don Vito, uncontrollable.
Oh.
Now, if I was to describe most of the people we grew up with, the word uncontrollable would be used quite a bit.
Well, I'm a little pissed off at him, too. He's working with my cousin, right? My cousin was young when I was, in my shit. And he's telling my cousin all these stories, right? You remember when he meat cleavered the guy in the chest?
Right.
He fucking tells him I did it.
Oh, no.
I said no. I said, I'll take credit for the shit I did. I did not meat cleaver nobody.
That is true. I don't, if that ever comes up that way.
Thank you.
But, it's very hard sometimes to see people from the past. It doesn't mean you don't love them.
Right.
You love them. You care about them, but life goes on, and you're not always on that same in that same exact place. Crazyville. You're not always fucking the same. But here's what I love, Rapp. These fucking guys, they cry around me all the time. They fucking, Ron's being mean. They have no fucking idea the restraint.
Ronnie, you know what? I listen to the show almost every day. I'm like semi-retired now, And you don't know, man.
Semi-retired, you're taking money from poor people.
It's fucking hard opening up them envelopes. But, man, there's days I just want to come up here and just start fucking leveling people, man. I feel for you. I really do.
They don't know that I coddle them, and they don't know how little of an asshole I am to these fuckers. But what are you going to do? That's here or there. Rapp's uncle used to cut my hair, his Uncle Dino, when I was a kid, right? And he would always be your barber, plus have some merchandise if anybody was looking for it.
Nice.
So, he'd be cutting your hair a little bit, and he'd be going like this. Your mom likes string beans and all? I got cases of string beans. You're a grown boy. You like succotash? Let me know if you ever need any succotash. It's all here in the back. I don't know where he got it from, but you could leave there with a nice regular boy's haircut and a couple of cases of canned goods.
He actually ended up under investigation by the FBI. Remember them guys, the guy that killed his son? Or his 2 kids for diming out on him that were robbing the trains?
Yeah.
That's where most of that shit was coming from.
Yeah.
One day he's out there mowing his lawn. Next thing you know, FBI pulls up off the tractor, buddy.
No, when you got to kill your own kids to cover your fucking tracks. You know what I'm saying?
You're in a little deep then.
Yes. When the only way out is, hey, these 2 children that I've raised since babies, if I cut their throats, nobody can get to me now. Those fucking trains used to be like 7-Elevens. The fucking amount.
Fruit Growers Express, man. 50 cents a case last beer.
You'd try to fucking go down to open the fucking train. You'd have to stand on line. People would just be standing there with fucking crowbars trying to open up these things. Yeah, you're better off throwing out whatever, because there would be suddenly an abundance of one product, whatever it was. You could end up getting it for a quarter. Why be the guy who risks your fucking self to go down there? All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. The rapper surprises us today. And just to let us know that, he's bitching about Master Poe. How good is the fucking security if Rapp can get through here at all? If he could ever make it through.
There's no background check.
Thank God. I wouldn't have got in then.
We're going to hang out a little bit. We'll take a break. We're right back. We got a consultant here today. My old buddy Rapp is here. He's going to be working with the staff. I'm going to have him work a couple days with Dave and Earl, and then maybe spend an afternoon with Fez.
Oh, nice. Life coach.
Yes.
You need it. You need training. You need conditioning. God, I get so aggravated days I'm listening, man. I'm like, I'm going to drive up there and start kicking some fucking ass. But now I see you got that security out there. I don't know.
Master Poe, he's always ready. Now he's already gone. See, he leaves halfway through our show. So if you,
I feel like you're really safe, pal.
Who's going to come hurt us anyway? I don't fucking know. I don't know if there's anybody that can really feel like in danger here. But it is good to see you, Rapper. It's good to see you. You turn things around. During the commercial break, we're coming up with old names that we won't mention on the air, and one after another, Rapp's go, oh, he's doing horrible. Oh, my God, no. It's terrible. He's still living in his dad's house. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Oh, you don't remember? He's already dead. On and on. What are you going to do?
Nothing you can do, pal.
One after another.
Lucky we escaped.
You know what? Here, the thing is, now you're going to spend a couple days with Eastside Dave, wipe the tears out of his eyes, wipe the tears out of Fezzi's eyes, and off we go.
Got to toughen these guys up, Ronnie.
You know why I know Rapp my whole life? Never saw him cry even once.
Never.
Really?
These guys are sobbing on a daily basis around here. Actually, tears were just a chance for the other kids to punch you. That was a chance for everyone to put the boots to you. Tears or that kid that used to live next year that had the braces on his legs. Remember that little kid when you were a little kid? We were like,
Jamison.
Yeah, I don't want to give out names.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, he went to school with us. He had fucking braces on his legs, And it only brought up the fucking the pain on the kids. They treated him like he was Piggy on a fucking island. You know what I mean? It's just the excuse to have a beatdown. Kids, I want you to be careful. This young man is having some physical problems. Where do I get him after school? Come here, brace leg. Any fucking thing at all.
That just means he can't get away.
Well, what most people don't realize, we grew up with the pagans. One of our towns right by us was their national headquarters when we were kids.
But you know what? I think it kept the town very safe. A lot of people don't say that about motorcycle gangs, but I happen to believe that there was a positive nature to that. That's where my elementary school was.
Yeah.
So we were able to feel, even though the police force wasn't on top of things, the motorcycle club had looked around to make sure that nobody bothered things in the neighborhood.
I guess it's nice to have a backup plan.
I thought it was very good. I saw them beat the living daylights out of this guy one day. The cops came and took the guy that they beat up away. And it made perfect sense to me. Like, what are they going to do? Oh, no, you guys in the car.
Yeah. All right, 866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ.
At elementary school in California, they're going to start fingerprinting the students for their lunch program. That way, when the kids are in line to get lunch, they just scan their fingers, scan their fingerprint.
You know, I know of a private school that's doing this on Staten Island. Rob, how do you feel about this? This way, that when your kids come into the school, they got to run their fingerprint over so they know everybody knows who they are. So instead of like having an identification card or whatever, it really is kind of a Big Brother thing now, where wherever you go, because I guess eventually that'll be the way you open doors, you start the car. But do you feel like the government and even scarier, big corporations know what we're doing at all times?
Yeah, I get scared of that, especially the fact that I know the fingerprint, it's unique, and that's why they use it. But we fingerprinted criminals all our lives, so to use a fingerprint for anything, it makes you feel like a criminal.
And you Bible people, isn't this the sign of the beast that you're always so worried about? It really does feel like now you can be watched. Because, you know, right away they want to put now cameras on buses in New York City and in the subway cars themselves. And people went, you know, some people are going, well, isn't this a person like, hey, when you go into a 7-Eleven, you know, we've all, the snowball has already started to pick up steam where since you gave up one of these, okay, I don't mind being watched here and there, you're now starting to be watched 60% of the time when you're on the streets. It's going to get up to 90% of the time.
Well, they're never, ever going to just use it for what they say they're going to. Like this lunch program in California.
Right.
They say that's to, you know, to keep track of who's getting government assistance on their lunches and to make the lunch line move faster. You know that people will be getting looked at.
Well, and also, most parents now, you pay the school. It's almost like a fucking debit card thing. So instead of sending your kid into school with $2 every day, the old man will send a check. Once a month or whatever, and this kind of gets deducted out of there. But the real point is it's no longer a card. It's not like a little credit card. It's we're watching you. We know what you're up to. And people are okay because I guess there's some safety into it. But this isn't going to be the same government you're going to have forever. And these aren't going to be the same corporations forever. You know, sometimes you're going to run into either governments or corporations that you're not completely comfortable with. Why do you want to turn over all your strength now is beyond me. But we're doing it, and we don't seem to care much. Derek, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Hey, buddy.
I think it's a good idea, but back when I was in high school, I remember I used to save all the lunch money my mom gave me, and I'd go get a bag of pot at the end of the week.
No, I don't even think they've taken that gimmick away from kids where that they don't know where the money ends up in it. Because little kids have fucking cards now.
Oh, yeah.
A kid will have like a fucking debit card that he's going around with instead of having cash on him. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Run Fez.
Boys.
Yeah, what can we do for you, buddy?
Hey, listen, I just wanted to say I got a bunch of kids, and we're always getting these things from the schools that say you should fingerprint and photograph your children now. And, part of you thinks, well, it's a really good idea. But then the criminal side of you thinks, well, maybe they're just fingerprinting them just because they don't live in the right area, and maybe they can come back later on and go, hey, we got your prints.
Right. Now they've got your kids' prints. Let's just figure it that way. So if there's a break-in everywhere, you know what I mean? If there's a break-in at any place in the school or in that community, everybody's fingerprints are now on file. You know, like, that used to only be for fucking perps. That was for bad people. Now all of us are on fucking file at the same time. And again, it doesn't normally seem to scare most people because they're like, hey, I don't do anything wrong. But you're living under a government that you don't completely fear. Now, today, who knows what it's going to be like 20 years from now.
You ever go to a bank that fingerprints you? They have, like Wachovia, they do that.
Right.
And in the summer when I was working for the state, they have their money in Wachovia. And I wanted to cash my first check. And they're like, oh, we need your thumbprint. I'm like, why? And they're like, that's just our policy. I was like, well, do I get it back when you're done? Because I don't know where it is. Now my thumbprint is somewhere in the Wachovia corporate office. And I'm like, where? What are they going to do?
It's on file forever.
I wrote him a letter. I'm like, can I please have my thumbprint back? I just wanted to cash one thing.
But and I know that you're not doing anything wrong. I know none of us are. But I remember being a little kid, and you're taught in school, this in Russia, the government watches you all the time. In Russia, the police are always watching. You have freedoms here. It seems like we just gave up our fucking freedoms without caring anymore.
Yeah, but it's fear these days. I know I have 2 small kids, and I'm paranoid. I mean, we've had 6 or 7 incidents close to our house where, you know, these perverts are pulling up going, I lost my puppy.
Right. So, but has there really been 6 or 7 close to your house?
Yes, there has. Yes, there has. You know, I mean, it's like on the news. Now, it might be the same person.
Right.
But I know myself, like, I was to the point, I was such a paranoid parent that one night I said to my wife, I said, I'm going on the internet, and I'm not quitting until I find out how many kids are abducted each year.
Right.
Because they make it seem like it's one every day.
It's true.
And, you know, the actual number of kids that are abducted by a non-family member in this country a year, what would your guess be?
I have no idea. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Between 9 and 11.
In the whole country.
In the whole country.
And yet, because of that 9/11, kids don't go out and play like we played when we were younger.
Exactly.
Halloween was barren.
And they will sell the missing kid because the fucking father decides he wants the kid and doesn't care what the old lady said, which we all grew up with,
right.
Which no one ever thought as of kidnapping. We thought it was a problem between the crazy parents. But now, too, the other thing is, if a kid is kidnapped in Seattle, people in Georgia and Florida are petrified and making their kids stay in. You're looking at the same numbers probably of kids that get hit by fucking lightning every year.
Exactly.
You got to be careful how much safety that you want. But Rapper is right, particularly when you have little kids, you're fucking petrified now because of the news.
It's exactly the news. And I mean, they blow everything out of proportion. You know, if CNN has a slow day, they run it all day.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, there always seems to be an Amber Alert.
Well, there's only one story at any given time. Today's story is it's a Democratic Congress. That's going to run for 2-3 days. 2-3 days before that, totally different story. And every news story will only run the one story. You think we have all these news things, you can get news anytime you want. You can basically get the same story over and over and over. Danny, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, guys, the fingerprinting of the kids, it's voluntary first, and you as the parent keep the fingerprints and the photos. And then if something happens to your child,
No. That's a whole different thing that we're talking about. That's different than the school district having the fingerprints and you needing that for lunch.
Right.
That's a whole different thing. And one of the things I think about have the fingerprints in the pictures, it's almost to get us all used to having the fingerprints done. Used to, and everybody's really comfortable with it. Because remember, the changes normally take place over a decade, 2 decades. At one time, would you have believed that you wouldn't be able to smoke into a fucking club? You know what I mean? That you would go into a nightclub where you're drinking and couldn't light up? No one would have fucking believed that. But they keep doing each law a little at a time, the way they roll the DUI back, the way they go, okay, we have smoking sections. We have, as soon as you fucking cop to the smoking section, you were bound to give up smoking for one reason or another. It was going to happen that way.
And you mentioned the DUI and that thing like they did in Fairfax County, Virginia, where the cops were allowed to go in the bar and see who's drunk there. It didn't even matter who was behind the wheel.
Right. If you're going to start and give your safety over to them, guess what? You never fucking have a drink. Why can fucking sitting down and throwing shots ever be considered good? It isn't, but it's your fucking choice whether you want to do it or not. Fred, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Yeah.
And Ronnie, you're absolutely right. Especially with the days of the clicker now, or remote control, you go around the stations and it's one news story on the other channel that was just on the past one, and more importantly, then they all go to commercials simultaneously. So
it does. It seems like everybody is on the same goddamn grid together, and that'll get your paranoia going. It definitely will. You'll start to believe it after a while.
We totally watched it this week. John Kerry disappeared off the news as soon as Ted Haggard got caught.
All right, let me go to Garbage Man. Garbage Man, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Razzle dazzle, buddy.
Razzle dazzle, pal.
Hey, the fingerprints with the kids. I see that financially hurting the school bullies or the rappers of the world.
Let me tell you right now, there is some kid right now with a razor getting ready to slice fingerprints off the little pussy kids so that he can get extra milk for the rest of the school year.
Was he referring to me when he said bullies?
You were a little bit of a bully, Rapp.
You know, Ronnie, I had a lunch ticket scam going in Catholic school, but there was no bullying involved. A certain person who is now a DA in a county in Delaware, or Delaware County, I won't mention, was stealing them. And what I was doing was, rather than getting free lunch, I started selling them to the other kids. I wasn't bullying anybody. They were getting a reduced lunch and had a little money left over, and I got to go up June's and play pinball on the weekend.
Give me the first name.
Jay.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He's a DA now.
Well, he's assistant DA, Ronnie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think he would be too happy to have anybody know about that.
Well, his mommy used to make him come in when the fucking streetlights came on anyway. If you're tired, go to bed. If you're tired, go to bed, motherfucker.
And that was a good line.
That was
a great line. He had to do it underneath of his shirt. The rest of us yelled it out after he did because we weren't afraid.
Fuck. Hey, all right, 866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Rapper, my buddy's there. Now, when Rapp says he went to a Catholic school, Fezzy, he went to the Italian Catholic school.
That's right.
We had the Italian Catholic school, the Polish Catholic school, and the Irish Catholic school. Being Catholic was not enough. It was such a fucking majority in that area. You had to start and break down the ethnic things. By the time we got to you, Earl, there was already 8 or 9 fucking ethnic groups above you.
Still holding up the totem pole, huh?
No, Earl, you would have went to Locust Hill. Don't worry about it. You would have been there with Stevie Mac. How's your day going? Everything get straightened out?
Not at all, but I'm all right.
Yeah. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's Mike.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. What can we do for you?
Yeah, hey, well, yeah, I was actually going to comment. That one guy called and said that he did some research quickly on the internet and found that only actually 9 or 10 kids across the nation are abducted per year or something like that.
Yeah, that's Rapp said that.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing actually, because I thought it was much bigger when I did. I used to be a software architect for a major company, and I quit.
Fucking radio show, so
months off,
we're not
and
going to
I
go above
worked
me.
at home in my room, and I wrote software that actually changes. It's actually setting for a patent. It's capable of changing every ad in the internet to an Amber Alert at the same time. And I called the National Foundation for Missing Children. They weren't even interested in it. Pretty unbelievable. I mean, it's all about the news scaring people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. Most of the time when a kid is missing, it's because the dad decides he wants the kid back. Now, is that scary for that family? Yeah. Should there be some kind of alert to get that kid back for the mother? I guess there should be. But don't make fucking kids now stay inside. Now they can't go into the woods.
People are paranoid enough. This guy wants to throw lighter fluid on the fire.
Right.
Every friggin' ad on the internet goes to an Amber Alert. You'll think a kid's getting snatched every 10 fucking minutes.
Amber Alert!
Jesus Christ!
I mean,
I'll take the fucking advertising over that.
It really does. It really does start to fucking feel like that Tom Cruise future movie where the advertising is paying attention to you.
I don't think he got what I said. I kind of did this to get over my fucking fears,
Right.
Here, this guy, he wants to add to him.
Exactly, and he's like, "You fucking believe it? I couldn't sell this. I thought he was going to be a millionaire." But the weird thing here is, at the same time, when people are going, I don't care if people know where I go online or what I do. The fucking corporations watch you so they can develop advertising directly at you. If that doesn't bother you at all or make you feel a little weird. I mean, if you had a fucking neighbor who was writing down what time you come and go, what day you buy groceries, you would eventually go over there and smack him the side of his fucking head. A large corporation, you don't really seem to give a shit about. Will, you're on Fez.
I just want to say, 2004 Amber Alert.
Turn your radio down, bro.
Okay. 2004 Amber Alerts say 270 reports missing children, and about 70 were people abducted, children under the 17 and under abducted that weren't hoaxes, so weren't false. So 70 in 2004.
That weren't false.
But
right?
were they abducted by a non-custodial parent? That's what I'm saying.
And also, let's also go into this. Does this fucking count as an Amber Alert? A 16-year-old girl leaves with her 22-year-old fucking boyfriend or her fucking 40-year-old next-door neighbor. That's a lot different for you when you're the father of a 7-year-old girl who you're like, you don't consider that the same situation. How many times are these Amber Alerts being blown up because some little girl's basically running away from home?
Maybe if they use something less frightening than the term Amber Alert, like kid news or something. We have some kid news.
Why do we need any of it? Why isn't it just there?
To make it a happy thing.
What, Amber Alert was a nice name at once.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's got people. It ain't the fucking word itself. It's the fact that everybody's supposed to drop whatever they're doing and fucking start running like antelope at the first smell of fucking fear in the world. Frank, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, don't worry about it, Frank.
No, I'll try not to. No, I just wanted to say, another way your rights are being taken away is when these cops are pulling you over for not wearing a seatbelt. Who the fuck are they? What do they care if I don't wear a seatbelt or not? Last week I got hit with a $125 ticket.
Yeah, it really is, and a big part of that, the insurance companies are behind the fucking seatbelt law. But why are our politicians doing the work of the fucking insurance companies? Shouldn't that be between us and the insurance companies? And is it safer if you wear a seatbelt? Yes. But if a guy goes down the fucking road and he's only being of harm to himself, why do the rest of us care?
The politicians get involved in that. They have to have a seatbelt law in their state because if you don't, then you don't get the Fed money coming in.
But again, Fezzy, you're fucking talking about symptoms. Why is that? Why is it the federal fucking government are involved? That's the fucking question. Why does the insurance companies talk to the federal people who are now making up laws for us?
Yeah,
that's our fucking money that we're paying these people to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives a shit whether some other guy's wearing a seatbelt? If you want to wear a seatbelt, put one on. You know what? You're even fucking safer in your car if you wear a crash helmet. You want the whole fucking family to put crash helmets on while you're driving down the road in your SUV? Why don't we fucking line the inside of the car with cotton? So no matter what happens, let's fill the car up with water. So you're fucking driving down and warm water, it's like a womb. How fucking safe do you want to be? Why are you giving everything away every fucking second of the day? This is the fucking land of the free, home of the brave. Not land of the fucking taken care of, home of the fucking pussies who have to be as safe as possible. I don't understand why we give it up. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, listen, the guy got a $125 ticket for not wearing a seatbelt. Why are there no seatbelts on school buses?
There are now. The new buses.
Not on my daughters.
Yeah.
Most of them
shocked.
are not.
I was shocked.
I have new buses in my town.
Oh, boy, what is your fucking town? Safe Town? Where are you living?
Whoville? I have more bald eagles than black people in my town, so that's pretty cool.
That's why hurt Earl's feelings?
I'm sorry, Earl.
To me, that we're really running out of both.
You still got the high yellows.
I don't see the difference, Earl. No difference at all between high yellow and pitch black. That's me, though. That's one man's opinion. Good point, though. We don't have the seatbelts in there because it's a hassle. That's what it is.
And if the law was so important to be enforced, it wouldn't be a thing where you got ticketed if you got pulled over for speeding and they noticed you didn't have your seatbelt on.
Pat, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, just wanted to say, a lot of times the people that don't wear their seatbelts and get in accidents, they don't have health insurance or car insurance. So they spend 2 weeks in the hospital, and the taxpayers end up paying for it. So why not fine everybody? Because the only way
why can't those people not be able to ride in a car then? If it's so fucking important, why are we letting them in cars?
I agree.
So unless you have insurance, you can't get into a car now. That's the way where you want to go with it.
Works for me.
Dang, where you calling from, Pat? Oh, he hung up.
I'm just curious with the seatbelts. I wonder what the percentage is of people who died trying to get out of the seatbelt after the car crashed as opposed to didn't wear the seatbelt.
Now you're talking like my dad. He used to cut the seatbelts out with a butcher knife before the fucking law come by because he wanted us all to be thrown free of the fucking... I remember being a little kid fucking sleeping up on top of the back fucking seat where you were just laying up there. If my dad would have hit something, I would have shot through there like a torpedo.
My brother bought this car from a European, a new car, and I guess in Europe they don't like seatbelts because it's restricting to them.
Well, first of all, their cars are so tiny, they can't move as it is.
Right, but it's all about their freedoms. So when my brother got the car, he goes, and if you don't want this automatic seatbelt, you can just buy the buckle from a used car lot. So he was actually telling him to buy just the buckle part, put it into the car, and it won't activate the automatic seatbelt. My brother was like, whoa, that's the fucking weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Why don't we just wear seatbelt shirts so you'll get in? It looks like you're wearing a seatbelt, but it's just like having a sash across the front of you. Rick, you're on Run of Fizz.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I want to see how crazy it is up in Canada. I rolled a big truck doing 40 miles an hour. I got fined $180 for not wearing the seatbelt, for taking it off while the truck rolled over. Another point I want to bring across is in the bars in Lloydminster, four drivers on a Friday night drinking inside the bar. 9 officers come into the bar to check to see who was drunk in the bar. I got thrown inside a slammer for being drunk and disorderly in a public place because we were laughing.
Yeah, that happened in Fairfax when we were living in Northern Virginia. The cops come into the bar. They start doing a fucking DUI test, even though nobody was driving at the time. And if you were intoxicated in a bar, you got busted. Because their point is, the point of a bar is to have a drink, not to get intoxicated. Insane.
That's like I have a friend who got home drunk.
Let me guess. Online friend? Because you don't have any real life friends.
I have tons of real friends.
All right.
He came
There's
home.
a poot or toot.
No.
Go ahead.
He came home and he was too drunk and he forgot his keys, and so he went to his car and went to sleep in his car, and then a cop knocked on the window and he got a DUI for just sleeping in his car.
Right. Rapp will back me up on this. The cops in our town, they would fucking pull you over. They'd put the flashlight in. You guys smoking dope? No, all we have is this beer. All we have is this beer. You swear to God. All right, I'm going to let you go. But I don't want you guys doing dope. They fucking, to them at that point, and then it was just like a couple years later, around 83, 84.
83, yeah.
They fucking decided, no, it's all about
Well, that's when the
DUIs.
DUI law came into effect. But, you know, it's like even in our neighborhood, my first drink I had legally in Pennsylvania, I was there on vacation, and I had moved out when I was like 20. You know?
Right.
And we went to bars like it was nothing.
Yeah, we could get in bars at like 14 years old. You would be fucking sitting at a bar with your fucking change in front of you. And I'm not fucking making it up because they just would feel like, all right, they're here in the bar, they're safe.
They're old enough.
Yeah, if they start to get rowdy, at least they're in this situation. It was like a little European thing. And I mean, the minute that you would start and swing a fucking pool cue, they would be down on top of you to teach you the ways of the world.
That happened to me one time in Maximilian's. I beat the shit out of one of the Koch brothers. I was 19 years old. I laughed. I figure, fuck, I'm underage, you know. I got in a fight. He comes out and gets me. He goes, you didn't start it. I went back in, finished drinking.
Who, Max?
Yeah.
Which brother did you beat up? The straight one or
Sure.
the gay one?
I wouldn't hit a gay person.
I'm just why you got this on your record? Why you're fucking padding your record? I'm asking, did you beat up the one who already came out, who was Lance very recently or not?
It was the straight one.
Cause I'll pad my record if I need to. I'll go up over 100 wins. Most of our wins, it was 4 and 5 on one anyway. So it's really like a shared sack. It's like
Ronnie, we were the little guys. Yeah. Me and you just pretty much hit him.
Here's Gord. Gord, you're on Fez.
Hey, how you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm with a Jaws rescue team, and when you're in the city, wearing a seatbelt is, a pretty simple thing. You're going to save yourself some injuries, but when you're on the freeway, and I'm not saying not to wear a seatbelt, when we come to a scene where a person's been in a head-on collision or T-boned or rolled or whatever, a lot of times we're cutting the seatbelts off of a body because the seatbelts cause internal injuries, and if you're not dead, we can't treat you. We've got to get you into an ambulance, get you to an OR, and, it's a double-edged sword.
Right.
You wear it, and you take...
Yeah, you haven't put on a suit of armor. It's just a fucking belt to keep you from flying around. Yeah, most people that die are wearing seatbelts, too. It just doesn't mean that you're suddenly safe because you got a seatbelt on. Plus, how are you supposed to find shit that you're stuck under your seat? You got to undo that belt for that. I got CDs under there. Here's Robin. Robin, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys. Real quick, when you were talking about sleeping in the back window, I also remember riding with my grandparents, sitting on the console in the front seat because I wanted to be tall enough with them and be able to see out. But going back to the lunch thing, they in Dallas, they track what the kids eat. So the other day, this girl I work with called in, found out her kid was buying cookies and candy and stuff, and said she picked her up from work, and the kid was all pissed off at her because she blocked her from being able to buy any sort of sweets or anything like that.
Oh, so the mother was able to keep her on the diet because now you're on the no fat girl fucking plan.
Now this is going entirely too far. I am disgusted by this, and this needs to be put to an end immediately.
Well, if you got an easy pass, everybody knows where exactly you are. You can be fucking traced right back to that neighborhood at any time because they'll know when you use Easy Pass, what time of the day it took place. Same if you're using an ATM. Everybody knows exactly where it is. Plus your picture's being taken while you're on the ATM. They can fucking see if you're all gacked up 3 o'clock in the morning rolling through there.
That's going to be the Duke rape case alibi. They got that one kid at the ATM when the rape was supposedly going on.
Here's, it's our buddy Jafter. Does anybody remember Jafter?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Now, Ronnie, when you were a kid, how did you get a Coke when you were in school?
We didn't have Cokes in our school.
Oh, you did?
No.
Oh, no. For us, we had to sneak into the teacher's lounge.
Yeah, I maybe the lounge had one, but they would only sell juices and milk at our school.
Yeah, juice and milk, but not soda.
Right.
These kids now, they have all these vending machines. And plus, when you were a kid, you got pulled over the cops, like in D.C., it was like, oh, you got beer? They just take it from you. That was your punishment.
I got to admit, no lunch money ever went to fucking lunch for me, personally. It went down to that beer distributor, Ship and Hook. What was the name of that place?
Marcus Hook Beverage.
Marcus
Gary
Hook
Bartnick,
Beverage.
He'd serve any of us.
Gary I don't know what was supposed to go first and second name, but he was only a year older anyway. So he was always working with that little fucking hat on, like he was in the East Street Band. What do you guys need? Rubbing his fucking belly. But I would never have wasted my lunch money on lunch.
I was the opposite. I went in the hole. I was doing double lunches. I was so hungry. I never got enough food at that place.
Well, hungry's a choice, Fezzy. You don't have to be. There's a little fucking powder to make you forget all about your fucking hunger pangs. Smoke screen, you're on Fez.
Hey, why do we talk people off of bridges? Why don't we just let them jump? Why do we have like 15 cops and 5 fire trucks and everything? Just let them jump. Who cares?
866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. It's a matter of choice. If you're pro-choice, everybody should be able to do what they want to do. As long as you're not hurting other people.
Yeah, well, I guess they're tying up traffic.
Why?
Being out on the bridge.
Keep driving. I'll rush the people who are rubbernecking watching. They're the troublemakers. You just keep moving along. Joe, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's going on, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
I'm a cop down here in Central Mass, or up here, I guess. You can now be PC'd from your house if you're drinking. If you're drinking too much and you're in your house, you can now be PC'd and brought to jail.
For public drunkenness, even though you're inside your own house.
That's right.
Now, what's the thing? You got the stereo up too loud? You're yelling at your wife?
Not even that. Just, anything. You can only be PC'd if there's no one around. You have to be by yourself. So if you're yelling at your neighbor through your window or calling 911 for no reason, they come to your house, they PC if you're too drunk in your own house.
All right, if you do that, bring a lot more than one cop, because it'll look like fucking Mystic River pulling me out of my house. I will be going ape shit fucking crazy. I'll turn that goddamn place into a fiery Waco. All over the fact of whether you think you can fucking pull me out for drinking.
That's gone too far. I mean, especially in your own house. I don't get that.
The whole thing is too far. The fucking second you start to bend, that's when you're giving it up to them all. Hey, by the way, speaking of which, Dave, I got two things about you yesterday. God, this is not your theme music.
Razzle Dazzle. It's Bored Gossip with Eastside Dave.
A little gossip, a little chat. So stupid. Hey, one, Milkman Dan says you ripped off his idea. This was his board roundup. And two, you stole the name Razzle Dazzle from Paranoid.
Right, and that's why he's the most paranoid person of all time. Because last time I checked, Razzle Dazzle did not belong to anyone individual.
Where did you get it from?
It came from I was going to either go with Abracadabra or Razzle Dazzle.
Neither one makes sense.
I didn't go with Abracadabra because I didn't want fucking Steve Miller to start a thread on Ron Fez. Stop being a cryberry paranoid.
Cryberry?
Cryberry? Whatever it is. Whatever the fucking phrase is. And Dan the Milkman, fuck you and fuck Whackbag. Stop
Where does that come from?
So board roundup. I don't read any threads.
I know. He sent it to me. I read it on the air. And maybe 2 days later, here you come with a brand new idea.
Razzle Dazzle.
And you're razzle-dazzling Paranoid's idea, and you're stealing Dan's idea.
First of all, I got another email from Paranoid that says, oh, yeah, I stole it from him under his sig pic sheepy, which the text under sig pics are so microscopic and stupid.
Sheepy, I'll let you choose. What do you think? Did he rip it off?
Sounds like he did.
All right, there you go.
Okay, well, thanks. You know, I'm fucking nice to you all the time, and Sheepy once again throws me under the bus. So that's great. Appreciate that. I didn't rip off anyone. Thank you. God, you know, everyone complains about people. I hate when this guy complains about, you know, that radio show ripped him off, and this radio show ripped him off, and the next thing...
What are you talking about?
I don't want to say specifics.
What people?
You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
People are always like, I hate when someone invented everything, and then the first...
I'm not following.
A guy, Howard, and, you know, that type
Don't
of stuff.
have you.
The duck?
All I'm saying is, and then as soon as the first chance get, everyone has to claim that they invented everything. Just stop it. The world goes round. We're fucking human beings in cycles, Rapp.
Right.
Why drag Rapp into it?
Because he gets me. Because he understands me.
You'll be barking up the wrong tree.
No, Rapp understands where I'm coming from.
I don't have the slightest idea.
Fucking nothing is invented except for Jesus and Adam and fucking Eve.
Come in here, because I can't even understand.
Oh, is he pissed?
Bullshit. You're going to start on the rapper. Ow! Put this fucking boots to you right here.
Cowbell attack.
Come on in here. Come on in here, Dave.
Oh, you broke the fucking whackback bell.
What happened? What, a little ball come off? What's this thing called again? The clitoris? Is this a clit? Is it clitoris?
I don't think so. I know it hurts.
I think it's called a
So what is your big problem? That you stole these ideas, you got caught, now you're mad.
I didn't steal anything. I hate people insinuating that no one steals anything.
I heard this was from Man of La Mancha. Are you saying nobody comes up with their own original ideas?
No. No one does. It's everything is taken from something else. The Rolling Stones took all their shit from Chuck Berry, who took it from blues, who took it from... It just goes in cycles.
You know who agrees with you?
Who?
People who steal. That's the only people who back you up.
I'm not reading underneath sig pics, a microscopic white text fucking weird shit. Who reads that shit? When you're on the message board, everyone ignores that. Would you agree with that, Sheepy? Who goes to the board? You
I
read...
like the little quotes underneath the things.
They're the same things of all time.
I know. Well, you read them once.
Why don't we take an outside judge? Turtle, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, you buddy.
Hey, pal.
Dave?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck Whackbag. Me and Rapp are coming over there. Tomorrow!
Razzle Dazzle. It's Board
sick of
Gossip
it.
with Eastside Dave.
I like how I'm his new best buddy all of a sudden. I'm going to be helping him out.
That shit ain't gonna happen. He has an enlarged heart.
We'll fuck you. We'll fuck you like a donkey. Right in the ass.
I don't get it.
Donkey ass.
Calm down. Calm down.
What, did he run out of jelly? He's got to start fucking donkeys now?
Oh.
That's it. We're splitting. Simon and Garfunkel are over.
Oh, I'm so devastated, Dave.
Dave,
we were never together, believe me.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
When a fucking guy takes out his own personal hit on the police chief of your town, that ain't the guy you want to fucking...
He hasn't been paying attention to the stories.
No.
I thought that was the kind of muscle that I needed.
You need it. You ain't getting it.
When the fucking guy sees a cop car at a red light and he thinks the only way to get out of a problem is to run up, stick a fiery rag in the guy's gas tank, and run away.
You know, that came up when I was having that little problem with my neighbor.
Yeah.
You know, he starts, all this shit, and the DA says, this will go to court and one of you is going to end up with a record. I said, I've already got one. He looks at me all panicked. He goes, well, now that I find out he has a record, I said, and if you knew what it was for, motherfucker, you wouldn't have been putting your hands on me.
Who? And I can't even say. Now, did the guy put his hands on you?
Oh yeah, the neighbor actually pushed me. My wife could not believe they were the two of them were alive out in our driveway. Like she said to me, "You're sure you didn't go in and get a shovel and like bludgeon them to death?" I said, "No, I'm going to try to handle this the right way."
Who? Now, just only use first names. Who was the kid in your house when we got home that day and he was fucking rooting around looking for your dust?
Oh, Frank Zito.
All right, can't use last name.
Oh, hey, Ronnie, he's on death row. It don't matter.
What happened to him that day?
I beat the shit out of him and made him walk upstairs to where my gun was, and he did. And then I was putting him in my car, go take care of things.
To take to that place.
He took off like a jackrabbit across my backyard.
While you're
I shot at him and missed.
While you're fucking shooting like fucking Clint Eastwood in the back of fucking houses.
But look, if I would have hit him,
women are like doing their laundry. What is that,
Frank? If I would have hit him, 2 cops in Maryland would be alive today.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
on
that's right.
death row for killing 2 cops in Maryland.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's a shame I missed.
Yeah. The weird thing is, I don't even think you had any dust at home that day.
No, it was with us.
It was all for naught.
But look, I'm on your side, Dave. Anything
Yeah,
goes
that's the
wrong,
fucking guy
you
you
got
want.
me to depend on.
Thank
believe
you.
me. Yeah.
I appreciate it. You hear that, whack bag?
Start threatening whack bag with me.
Hear that, whack cunt?
I remember this, too. Rapp says this to me. Do you think he would drop the charges if I grabbed this kid? I go, I'm going to be like this. Brother, I got to tell you the truth, and I know we're all fucking whacked out right now. I think you might be making the problem even a little worse. I think by adding a kidnapping or Amber Alert to the charges may not be the way to go.
You're always there with such sound advice.
Well,
I tell you,
this is it helps me when I'm dealing with Fez. This is how I can't believe how much I've lowered my fucking expertise to. It's Paranoid. Hey, Perry.
Hey, Ron and Fez. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
You know, Dave, I never said I fucking invented the term razzle dazzle. Get your shit straight, dude.
Razzle Dazzle.
Woo!
It's board
Invented
gossip.
by Eastside Dave. Razzle Dazzle. Invented.
Little chat.
Go
ahead.
This is bullshit. It's a fucking term I ripped off the Hudson Brothers, dude, from the
the Razzle
70s.
Dazzle Comedy Hour.
There
right?
it is. Thank you. Then
I ripped that off, Dave, but your whole fucking bit is about message boards. And where do you think you picked up the Razzle Dazzle thing? From ronfez.net. It was my sig line for 2 months. It's no secret. Everyone knows
if
it.
I was to do that, it would make even more sense. Actually, then it would be. Ta-da. What a song. What an idea. Razzle Dazzle. Made, created, sponsored by Eastside Dave.
And his partner, Steve C.
Yeah.
If anything, Dave, you've just proven to everyone that you're a ripoff. I used to have respect for you, dude.
I used to have respect for you before you became a crybaby. I didn't really
I'm
think
not crying.
you
Just
were
give
the.
them
Yeah,
all
you
fucking
are.
credit.
You're
That's why
crying.
everyone's
You're crying,
fucking
Perry.
pissed at you.
Let's
Nobody
not come
likes
down
you 'cause
on
you
people
can't give
crying.
fucking credit.
Perry, stop, please. I don't fucking read your posts, first of all. Second of all, I'm not at ronfez.net that much these days anymore.
You posted.
I'm
in
an
the fucking
FBA.
thread.
All right, hold on. I have a news bulletin. Not good news for rapper Frank Zito escaped from prison.
Oh shit!
Where did I know that was down in Maryland? He shot those 2 cops, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was what part it was. I mean, I just remember
The
seeing
state cops he killed, right?
I think it was like 2 sheriffs. They were going there to pull a warrant on
To
him
do
or
the right
whatnot.
thing.
Yeah.
Finally, fucking 20 years too late. They're doing the right thing. I'd apologize to Perry.
Nope, no sirree, Bob. No, thank you. FBA don't apologize to nobody, especially someone named Perry Noid.
Where does that come from?
Paranoid is what he is.
Yeah.
We know that.
Davy Mack don't apologize.
And wait a minute. Who was the guy whining that happy typing girl might be mad at him?
That was Davy Mack too. That's what I need, rappers help.
Oh, by the way, the Davy Mack thing annoys me because Tracy also said, I'm a huge fan of Davy Mack's. I go, I will not be putting up with Davy Mack.
Why not?
And she said this too, Fez. Davy Mack is picking up the slack while Fez is down.
Ah, nice. That's good to hear.
But then she meant it in a nice way.
Brian, you let me know he starts threatening people with me. I mean, that's I listen to the show.
You don't fucking
most
like
days,
it at all?
But I do have to work, from time to time.
Right.
And, I mean, who the hell knows?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. I will send
Hit
you
him in
an-
the chest with a cleaver like the old days.
See what Davy Mack can take.
Why? I'm trying to figure out why Church hit that guy with a cleaver.
Well, because him and Ricky Carlson were out. At
God rest
the,
his soul.
God rest his soul. Thank you.
Here come the
One of
last
dead
days.
soldiers
Yeah,
we're talking
I know. No
about.
more last names.
Okay. But
Ricky
anyway,
C.
him
God,
and, him
what a
and
wonderful guy.
Another
we lost him.
deceased friend of ours were out the Ridley Creek State Park partying.
Yeah.
And what had happened is
By the way, you see how we say creek in my neighborhood? Ridley Creek.
I think there was like a traffic jam and a guy was honking the horn, like trying to get them to move or
Right.
something. So what happened is, of course, Churchman gets out. He's like 6'6", like you say.
Just Church. We'll just use that
Just
name.
Church, okay.
Yeah.
And this guy's coming at him with a big tree branch. So he reaches in the car,
Yeah.
grabs his meat cleaver, and sticks it in his chest before the guy could get to him with the tree branch.
So he later tells the story like you did it.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's me. I wasn't even there. I mean, I could see if I was in the car or something, but I heard everything secondhand.
I got in this fucking car with Rapp and his friend Ski. So they're like, hey, we're going to go down Church's fucking summer trailer. And this is like during school. You want to come with us? I'm like, I don't have any money and I don't have my clothes. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be great. So they go, wait, we just got to stop for us. So this fucking guy, black as Earl, comes up to the car. He hands Rapp all this fucking money for a half pound, right? Going, all right, when you guys, you'll be back here. Rapp is like, oh, we'll be back 45 minutes, hour at the latest. Well, we pull away. As we're pulled away, there's Rapp punching. Yeah! Punching the top of the fucking car. Woo! Right? We're fucking Bing right on the next exit down 95. This is like during the school day. We're fucking headed 500 miles, 300 miles, whatever it is, away for the weekend without even once looking back or grabbing clothes. We made fucking, we stop here, pick this up. We got a little dust, a little tick, a little this, a little that. Living large, right? Whack the fuck out. At one point, I'm in the fucking shower. I come out of the shower. I'm fucking just walking out in the trailer, rapping and Church had gone out for fucking food. I come out of the fucking bathroom. Ski is standing there, whacked out on fucking Angel Dust with a fucking knife in his hand and a big crazy fucking look. I just fucking slowly back up, shut the door, light up a fucking smoke, looking out the window for those guys. They pull up. Hey, I'm yelling out the window. When you open the door, be a little careful. Ski's a little wired right now. He's got a fucking blade in each hand, and he's singing Helter Skelter.
And remember, he had that question mark?
Yeah, he
that
put it.
Something, I don't know if he did it or if something he put on there.
He put some fucking, during the whole thing, he put like a question mark on his forehead. He said he was thinking so hard that it appeared on there, but I honestly believe he scratched it in his head. He claims it was from his brain. So we're in this fucking type of thing. Well, then suddenly we see these fucking tool girls that we shouldn't even be with, right? We get them in the fucking trap. These are nice girls that, and like they were from our school, but would never have fucking anything to do with us, right? We're working them. Everything's fucking going good. Suddenly, in the middle of what was really a utopian weekend, bring the fucking phone calls. It's the black guy who I had completely forgotten about. As I'm enjoying being of the mindset at the time of, oh, one moment will have no repercussions to the next. You can do something, lift somebody from their fucking little life savings, and there won't be any problems. So fucking for Churches on the, and Church I think had lined it up between you guys. He was Church's fucking friend. So Church is on the phone. Oh shit! Be careful, Sim. Yeah, he wants his money or his fucking thing. Rapp's like, what do you think you're smoking? What do you think you're drinking? What do you think you're eating? It's his fucking money, you idiot! Don't act like all of a sudden now you have a moral fucking discourse with this, right? So fucking Rapp, he puts Rapp on the fucking phone. Rapp goes fucking ballistic on the phone with this guy. You know where your money is? The fucking motorcycle club, I'm not saying the name of it, took it from us. You know how they hate ends. I'm cleaning the story up. They're gonna fucking kill everybody. All of a sudden, these two fucking broads who I'm fucking literally so close to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to hold on to their belts as they're running out the fucking door, going, wait. It's like an acting scene. They think the whole thing is coming down in that fucking trailer.
I had forgotten all about this, but it's all coming back to me now.
How? Because the next day something else happened. That's the fucking problem, that these weren't like unique stories that you go back to. But this Rapp, his fucking temper would go 0 to a fucking 100. That fucking quick, he was just fucking freaked out. Yeah, they're gonna fucking kill everybody! And I'm giving them your name! He's fucking screaming. These broads were all but climbing out the fucking window.
And never talked to me again.
Oh, no, that was it. And God knows we could have them both. We fucking could have had them both. We were so fucking close. Finally a good day. Grover, you're on Manifest.
Hey, boys, you might have just answered my question, but I'm wondering, I grew up not too far from you guys. I'm wondering if you had any good stories about the Warlocks.
Well, in our neighborhood, the Warlocks were the away team. So if the Warlocks came into town, it meant that they were being unfriendly with the pagans and everybody. It was like the Old West where you would try to fucking just stay away from them.
Well, you know, you're from Nether Providence, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that where the castle was?
Exactly, with Marconi.
Okay, yeah. Were you involved with any of them, or?
Oh no, they were older, but yeah, it was a big old castle. One of the members moved in, and just all sorts of crazy stuff started happening. Like the grandmother.
Two girls from our school had sex with like 39 guys or something in there.
But the thing that too is because Flathead got caught in a situation where let's just say a dealing went wrong with them. They fucked him up in the snow, right? They beat him up, took all of his clothes off but his underwear, left him unconscious in the fucking snow for the fucking to be found later. Came fucking close to dying.
Yeah, I remember that.
Luckily, he went on to become a success in South Florida.
Yeah, then the castle mysteriously burned down one night.
Yeah, it did burn down not too many years ago, right?
Well, yeah, it's a little while now, but yeah, right to the ground.
Yeah,
well,
I
you know,
remember that.
good things can't last forever. Mikey, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Mikey, yeah.
Yeah, how you doing, Roddy? Hey, were you guys from Marcus Hook or were you from Chester?
Well, I was born in Chester, then moved down to Chichester, kind of went to school in Marcus Hook. So
Okay,
it was...
because, like, I was a pagan in Jersey back then, and I used to party down here on 9th Street all the time.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, Clarky Turner's house.
Oh.
Clarky T.
Oh, wasn't it?
I got to get with this radio stuff.
Hey, do you know Glenn?
We've known Glenn.
I meant to say Glenn.
Yeah.
Clarky was his
Clark,
dad.
Clarky was his
Okay,
dad who owned
but,
the junkyard.
Yeah, Clark, yeah, all right. Well, anyways, I pierced Glenn's ear.
No kidding. Did you know Butchie
Butchie
G? Did I get it right? Did you know Gordy?
Me and my brother just talked about them the other name. How could that not have been a nickname? That was his actual name.
Oh, that was Glenny's real. Glenny never used a nickname.
Right.
But like you talk about most of us, we all had nicknames.
Right.
All right. But yeah, Glenn was a cool guy, man. He had just come back from Vietnam when I met him.
Right.
You know, yeah. Super
Yeah, nothing but respect, Mikey. Send it on.
I like them all.
Yeah,
Still
nothing
do.
but respect.
No,
Yeah, that was. But again, it seemed like if you left them alone to do their business, everything was very
Never
fucking
bothered
cool.
us, Ronnie.
Yeah,
I remember now one time, Jimmy P. his brother hit one of their bikes, and they tied a chain to the bike and drug him around the streets.
Yeah.
While the cops kind of like waved to him, and we'll get you off when he's done.
Yeah, what you can't do is knock their bikes over or go into the bar if everybody was in a fucking bad mood about it.
Exactly. And a lot of the bars we drank in, they were in.
But see, in my thing, that creates a certain amount of street smarts where it isn't the thing of, oh, I'm the toughest guy in the fucking world, but I know how to move in between fucking sharks, dolphins, whales, whatever you need to do. You keep fucking sliding. You make things happen that way. Let me go to Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever thought about writing a book about your experiences and your youth and in your radio career?
You know what? It would be the stupidest fucking book of all time.
Million Little Pieces. Or what did that guy
I know.
write?
That
I could have wrote a book that made that thing look like a G-rated movie.
Only yours was true. Where he fucking made up his shit. A Million Little Pieces was fucking 8th grade. Where we fucking
Yeah, really. That was the warm-up.
And the weirdest thing about it, it wasn't like you had to fucking eventually move out of there to see that there was some lack of normalcy about the way, because like if you're fucking raised in a place where people keep chairs on the ceiling, you don't fucking know until you start to see what regular chairs look like. So it only really fucking occurs to you after leaving that, hey, some of those things that we did might not have been normal at all,
You should be around when my mother-in-law's around, and of course, some of this stuff comes up. All of a sudden, she starts getting like this terrorized look on her face. She wants to forget about it all.
Well, I mean, the weird thing too is you said, rappers saying we probably lost like 20 friends, but it was like 20 best friends. I mean, when we have fucking friends, they were our best friends, and that'd be fucking 40 people. And if something fucking happened to you or to some, you could call up and 40 guys would fucking be there.
I didn't even call the night them guys threw the Molotov cocktail at Tom W.'s house. Holy shit! I'm home laying in bed. My mom goes, Frank, it's the police. And already having that arson conviction, it's like I was the prime suspect. They wanted to know if you set the W's house on fire. And I told them, no, you've been home here in bed because they ran over your foot and you can't walk now. Thanks, Mom.
See, this is the thing. It's like you would have 40 guys to be there for you. The downside is you were expected to be there 40 different fucking times. So you never knew when you were going to get, hey, roll out of bed. We got to fucking take care of this thing. You're like, Jesus Christ. I'm so tired. Can we just fucking go to a movie or something? Does every night have to be this fucking thing? Well, I'll talk about another, let's just say, drug deal gone bad, and I'll leave it at that, Rapper. But do you remember the one where you and Butchie had that fucking rip-off deal all lined up, but those guys were at all different spots? They had people
in the hotel.
Yeah.
In the hotel.
So they were like, oh, here, this guy thinks it's a fucking drug deal. He thinks it's going to go this way. It's going to go a much worse way, right, for this guy. But what they didn't know, this fucking guy had lookouts. It was like a military organization. People were coming out of everywhere.
Yeah, and my big plan on that one was I had my dad's old police badge, and I was going to tell him that I was a cop, right? What was I, like 16?
21 Jump Street.
When that went bad, I'll never forget it, right? He's handing me like this half pound of angel dust, all of a sudden realizes what's going on. He's grabbing at it, I'm grabbing at it, and I think I came away with like the little corner.
Yeah.
And we were actually dragging him with the car, and it finally had to let go of him.
And sadly, a cut neck. But but you brought up the thing. There was, let's say, a famous skater's uncle who would work the fucking police badge bit at rock concerts. And not the name, but the other one, right? The one whose name doesn't even get spoken on MTV. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the missing uncle. He would you'd be at a fucking concert, if somebody would be smoking a joint, he'd fucking flash his bag, throw them up against the wall, take their fucking dope, maybe a little money, kick them in the ass, and leave with it.
Holy shit! He was impersonating.
Yes, impersonating a cop, and you were gonna fucking believe him.
Did they ever get found out about that?
Okay.
Does it matter?
There's certain names that you don't want to ever fucking bring up. I'm telling you right now, there's fucking certain guys, if I saw them today, I'd climb a fucking tree. Everyone always talks about how tough they fucking are. I would climb a fucking fence to get away from a couple of twins that I know down there.
There's actually Michael P. is on death row in Florida.
See, that's the twins I was talking about.
He killed a guy for saying nice ass to his wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget when his brother Donald P.
This shit's like gangs in New York.
No, he put a brick into this guy's face. The guy was sucking out of a straw, and then 2 months later they were friends again.
Right,
it's no big deal.
And then he went on to impersonate the police officer, the same person. But see, to me, that was the fucking scariest phrase I could hear. Hey, Ronald and Donald are pissed at you. I'm ready to fucking grow a mustache. Where's Smitty? I'm fucking not leaving Smitty's side for the next 3 days. Whew. Luckily, I had a fucking tendency to make tough friends. Very fucking smart move. I'd try to fucking recommend to any young people. Find out who that biggest, craziest fucking guy is. Become his best friend. You're either going to be his enemy or his friend. Why not fucking hang out with the guy? Have a couple of laughs. Well, Rapper, we could get into Fez's stuff, and it's way more underground, though. It's the stories that cannot be told. That society still doesn't recommend.
That better off not spoken.
Most of his stories have to do with roadside rests.
Yeah.
And Governor McGreevy.
Ronnie, I was starting to think that maybe he did turn the tide when he turned down the trip to the Rehoboth area when Dave was heading down there.
Yeah.
That's like a smorgasbord for a guy like Fez. I thought maybe he really,
Yeah, heading down to the Rusty Rudder?
That's your kind of town there, Fez. I thought maybe you really did have this girlfriend.
But I do have a girlfriend.
I've been
Don't
hearing
call me
that,
Anthony's sister.
I wasn't believing it, but when you said you wouldn't go to Rehoboth, I thought, whoo.
There's only one way to find out whether he does or not. Oh!
Razzle dazzle.
I'm thinking about stopping the bit altogether. I'm seriously
getting my throat ready for the voice.
I'm seriously embarrassed of the fucking bit.
Shit. The bit's gonna continue.
Now, luckily too, and you'll back me up on this, Fez, I never tell any of these fucking stories unless fucking rappers here. It's not like I'm overly proud of them or think that they're interested or should be shown with other people.
I'm hearing all this for the first time. Now I'm scared of the twins, whoever they are.
You know what's really funny? My nephew was up with me one time, and We're just fucking, he's just me and him, where he's hanging out for the weekend. Finally sit down one night, and he goes like this. Hey, can I ask you a question? I go, yeah. He goes, and he's talking about my brother. He goes, who's my dad really? Because he goes, something came down, and I saw him go off. And I go, bro, you don't even want to know these fucking stories. Now, by the time that I'm just telling stories about my own brother till the sun comes up. I remember this time. Now, what they didn't know was, because you really do, you try to pull out of that. You know what I mean? You
Right.
try to become a fucking person. That's the fucking thing. It's like one thing if, like, you're born to be a regular law-abiding person. All right, then it's the fucking luck of the draw. But if you're a rapper and you fight every fucking day to try to maintain to be somebody's fucking wife and somebody's husband, you know what I say, Fez?
What's that?
That's a fucking heroic move. The fact that these people that love him the most have no idea who he really is and what he's really capable of doing.
I'm living a lie.
It's a history of violence.
That's the beauty of it. History of violence.
I do take my children around the area. They call where I went to school the smelly school.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? The beauty of it is they ain't there, are they? That's all you try to do. You try to push each generation a little bit further up. And never fucking tell what happened. You take it to your grave. That's why we use initials now, Frank.
I'm catching on, Ronnie B.
Ronnie B. All right, that's my buddy Rapper who stopped in with us. Good guy. Nice surprise.